everybody. My name is Marina Kostina and I'm applying for the Excellence in Distance Learning Teaching and Programming Award. Thank you so much for your time. I created a mini presentation that will highlight the course that I created for the Institute of International Education of Students, IES Abroad, in Chicago, that had offices in 33 centers all over the world. So in this presentation, I'm going to talk about the task, goals, and challenges that I had with the project, and about my solution that I came up with. I developed a mastery class online course that I'm presenting for this award. I will also show you the inside of the mastery class and discuss the outcomes of this project, as well as I'm going to cover my competitive advantage. So the task. As a director of educational technology at IES Abroad, I was faced with a not so easy task. I needed to incorporate Moodle, the learning management system, into the 33 centers all over the world and train the faculty on the use of Moodle. You know, our goals were with Moodle to engage students, to increase their cultural and intercultural awareness, to increase their performance and critical skills, and also to promote students and teacher satisfaction. We also wanted, with the use of Moodle, to develop really truly differentiated learning for our students. And as you can imagine, there were tons of challenges that I had to face. First of all, the use of Moodle was the first in the industry. I've studied abroad, and I didn't have any samples or examples that I could look at and get inspired from. So I needed to do everything from scratch. All these centers, 33 centers, they are located all over the world, and of course it's a huge distance and a time difference between these centers. Also, I needed to deal with different culture, language barriers, different internet connections in different countries. I needed to challenge professors' traditional views and inspire them to start using Moodle and educational technology in their courses. Even among centers that were in the same country, there was pretty much no connection between the faculty. Faculty did not have too much time. Most of them were adjuncts who didn't have too much time for training. And their tech skills were very different. Some people were very proficient, some people really were not. Also, the staff changed every semester, so you never know who would be teaching and for how long. And I also faced a lot of resistance in the beginning. This project was also very high stakes, and you know, my company put a lot of money into this, and I really needed to perform well. So what I came up with solutions. So I created a distance learning asynchronous course where I could unite all of the faculty and faculty leaders, actually, and I developed a very strong online presence to make sure that we're all connected. I also developed customized courses, and I developed all of the materials myself, and sometimes, for instance, for those groups of people that for those countries where YouTube, for example, was blocked, I developed a system where I would upload my videos just for them. I also, in each assignment, I created differentiated activities to account for people with different technical skills. And instead of preaching to my faculty, I modeled pedagogy. I tried to show them how to design their components online, because it is different from traditional teaching. And I also did a lot of research and needs analysis in order to really provide my faculty with the best practices. I developed a true true learning community. And you will see when we take a look inside Mastery course that my faculty started talking and arguing with each other and collaborating from different centers of the same industry, or in the same subject area, or cross-disciplinary, and it really was very successful in that aspect. I also developed a train the trainer type of course. So I chose lead faculty that were more motivated and were more stable at the center. And then they took all of my materials, they didn't need to develop anything, and brought it to their courses and trained their teachers. And I also provided very practical tools and showed the faculty how educational technology can really inspire students and engage them. And just by being in students' shoes, the faculty that came from traditional background started to really like this new approach. I also developed common resource centers, and so the teachers could log in and access our learning objects library, and that would save their time. And also developed different collaborative activities where teachers would work together, and it also helped with their time, and they brainstormed different ideas. And of course, I included a lot of evaluation, formative evaluation, so I could, after every module, I would know how things are going, and I would adjust my teaching and my training right away. And I also ensured accountability of the training, so there was an activity where the trainers would always report on what's going on in their respective center. So, as I mentioned, I first conducted needs analysis and established a performance gap. And I designed a mastery course, Moodle Assistant System of teaching e-courses resulting in education. I always told my professors that it stands for education. That's the #1 driving force. So I had 4 modules, large modules that had 7 components in each of them. And so the structure was always the same, and it was easier for teachers to follow. So in the Connect activities, I ignited interest and activated background information of my faculty. And then in Learn exercises, I provided like a mini lecture, or provided some materials where I gave tools for new pedagogy, and I modeled pedagogy. And in their practice activity, the teachers were given different technical tools. I developed various training videos where they would practice the tools needed to achieve the goals of the module. And in their application activity, they would take all of the skills that they just developed and apply it in a real-world scenario in their classroom. And in their collaborative activities, they would create a common project together, and it would reflect on each other's work, giving each other peer feedback. In their reflect activity, they would go back to their center and use all of the skills and new information that they learned and trained their faculty. Then they would get back and reflect on their experience. So on the one hand, it gave me a good idea of what's going on and what's not working, what's working in each center, and it will also give me accountability that this course is actually training other people, not only my lead faculty. And then there was evaluation after each module. So the faculty would tell me what worked, what didn't work, and I could right away change my design of the course and adjust to provide a better training experience. So the structure followed the learning pyramid, and of course most of my time I wanted to spend on discussion groups, practicing by doing, and teaching others. Let's look inside Mastery. So, for example, Module 2, called Telling is Not Teaching, they have some deadlines for this course, and they have pedagogical and technical outcomes for the course. And you see the structure that I just explained. So, for example, Connect. This module deals with the effective use of media, and in my Connect portion, I ignite teachers' interest first. So this video ignites their interest, and then we go into the forum where I ask teachers when and why they use video or any type of media, and is it enough to just post the media? And the teachers share their ideas. As you see, it's a pretty populated forum, and you really see that teachers share their opinions. And then they actually sometimes argue or make some suggestions for each other. And I'm really happy with how it's going, because this is really truly building online learning community. What we really wanted to see, that people from all over the world getting together and communicate with each other. So that was Connect, as I mentioned before. Let me show you, so in the practice activity for this module, for example, I'm not going to show it to you, but they are going to be given tons of different practice exercises that show them how to upload a video, how to upload a PowerPoint, or how to make screencasts, how to create avatars, how to work with images, etc. So in the learn part, I provide them with I provide a mini lecture that shows teachers how to create effective lectures and activities using different media for blended learning. So before we start, I want them to participate in the mini forum, and then they can also watch the video and download it as a PowerPoint so they could use it for their training needs. In the apply activity, they're going to use this information, the knowledge that I gave them, and also the skills that they practice during practice exercises. They're going to use it in their application, for their application assignment. So they need to create an effective media assignment based on the lecture and on all of the tools that they practice. And it can be tutorial, lecture, and activity, and they can utilize different types of media. So I give them different examples, so they can click on this picture and go to different examples for that show the use of effective media. And what I want them to do is to provide a brief description of the context, the subject, the topic studied, provide the purpose and learning outcomes, supply pre, during, and post activities, and incorporate one type of media and use effective strategies studied in the Learn section. So the professors would upload their activities, and as we see, you can click on it and download it, and then they are supposed to also reflect on each other's work and give each other some suggestions for improvement. So
that was a very useful activity for them, and they also get inspired by somebody else's work. For their collaborate activity, the teachers need to go back to the apply activity and provide comments on at least 3 assignments of your peers. I already showed it to you, but I just wanted to show you that I actually make it as an assignment. I would like for them, in these comments, provide reflections on all of the following questions. Did the author identify the context of the activity well, and why? Were the learning objectives clear, reasonable? Why yes, why not? Was the media activity used effectively? Did the author provide pre, during, and post activities that promoted learning? What did you like the most? What could have been improved? So these are collaborative activities, and I showed you that they already posted them, but I wanted to make sure that I give them also a model of how to create a good reflection on somebody's work. For their reflect activity, the professors were supposed to post a reflection on their train the trainer efforts. So did they have the efforts at the session? Did they have the session, and what went well, what didn't? So this, as I mentioned, reflection activities allows teachers to go back to use all of my materials, go to their center, train their professors, and then go back and reflect on what worked, what we can make better. And also it provided me with accountability that we're actually training the trainer. And then for the evaluate activity, they were providing me with their evaluation of the module 2, where they stated their feelings towards this module, towards Moodle, because I wanted to see the progress of their changing their mentality towards this learning management system. And just the effective use of educational technology. I also wanted to see if the course navigation was easy, the course objectives matched the information. I also wanted to see if the timing of this module was reasonable. And I also wanted to see their reflection on each section of this module. So the connect activity, practice activity, apply activity, and reflect activity. And so I would know what was going on, and I could adjust my training.
After I built this program, because of the tremendous budget cuts in IES abroad, my position as a director of educational technology was eliminated, and I got laid off. It seems that it might be a competitive disadvantage for me to apply for this award. However, I believe that it's actually an advantage, because the course that I created changed the entire structure of this organization. Teachers and their trainees are still using this course. I receive tons of positive comments about this course, and I am still connected with the teachers, and I provide them with free tools for how to implement distance learning pedagogy in their courses through my blog and through my weekly newsletter. So I really hope that the committee is not going to hold it against me, especially since my boss wrote a letter and that shows that my position was eliminated not because of my performance, but because of the just external circumstances such as funding. Thank you very much for watching this video and for your support of distance learning. Let's conquer the distance together.